This is what Bhubaneswar is all about. And number two, of course, it has lovely people around. Odisha is known for softness, if I can say so. Odisha is known for emotions. Odisha is known for sentiments. And at the same time, Odisha does what it wants to do, and Odisha has been doing what it wants to do. Odisha has a very strange character when you compare it with the other 27 states of our country, 28 states in the country and 7 union territories in India. Odisha is a very different kind of state in terms of texture, in terms of emotions, in terms of sentiments, when you compare this particular state with other states. I have had the opportunity of working in Odisha very intensely, I must say that, for about 19 years when I was in the Indian Administrative Service. I am a 1994 batch IAS officer, Indian Administrative Service officer. So I had the opportunity of working in Odisha for full 19 years, and thereafter I went to Delhi where I worked for 5 years. So in total about 24 years dedicated to Indian Administrative Service, and then thereafter I took a plunge into politics. Thanks to the stars above, you never know where you are going. Actually, you don't know your destiny. So I think this is something which is very strange as far as I am concerned, because I was extremely fond of my administrative line, administrative sphere, my profession. I was extremely fond of my profession. And there was no reason why I would have left that for this, but I did. So there are moments in life when you take such decisions, and there was a moment when it happened. I will definitely talk to you about that moment. So I think 24 years in the administrative sphere, and then thereafter 6 years in politics and right into politics. It is not politics on the fringes, it's right into politics, electoral politics. Will you believe where I was about 10 minutes back? I was in a slum with men and women and children and older people right now, 10 minutes away from Trident Hilton. There I was in a slum area talking to the people, right sitting on the ground. So you have to connect with the grassroots, that kind of politics, electoral politics. And then, when you contest election in India, it's a different kind of atmosphere altogether. I will request all my friends from Oxford, young friends. My daughter up there is also a friend, and she has been monitoring my movements, by the way. Since morning she has been monitoring my movements, where I was going, at what time I'll reach you. So she was not very confident of my, my commitment. So I must say that this particular journey has definitely been very fascinating, has been for me. And as I told you, you never know tomorrow where you are, the next moment where you are. But very strange things happened with me, and that's why I'm this side. But I can only say that 24 years in administration and 6 years in politics have been extremely satisfying for me. These two have composed my life's journey so far. You must come to India when we hit the elections. Seriously, I'm saying, all the young friends of mine must come to India. And India, as you know, is the mother of democracy, the largest democracy. And passions run high when you are into that election mode in the country. People are different, they look different, they behave differently, they act differently, they sound differently. It's absolutely persa. And if you are a candidate for a member of parliament, if you are a candidate for the member of the legislative assembly, your life is completely different. So I think for 6 months intensely I campaigned after I joined politics. In 2018, November I joined. And thereafter for almost 5 to 6 months, I was intensely into campaigning. And that is an experience which you must have if you want to understand India and the democracy of India. Very important. Just keep in mind, whenever you get a chance, do come to India when we go through elections. And then thereafter, of course, God was very kind, people were very kind. And again in 2024, after 5 years, we have a 5-year term as a member of parliament. After 5 years, I hit the ground again, and again people blessed. So right now I keep going around telling people, thanking them for blessing me twice. So that's a great opportunity. And for me, politics is, I always say that politics is confined to 3 things, which I keep doing. Number 1, development. Development should be the agenda, and this is something which people like. Number 2, service. Selfless service. In education sector, in health sector, any sector, so to say, service. And third and very important is, you have to be very accessible, listen to the grievances of people, and try very honestly to sort out those grievances. So I think these 3 actually constitute my politics. And there is too much of politics within political sphere, But then if you can keep yourself away from that kind of dirty politics, and you aspire to take your place, like Bhubaneswar is my place, like Orissa is my place, to take my Bhubaneswar, my Orissa up, I think that is the contribution that all the politicians must desire, must aspire to make, and that's my intention. We are extremely comfortable at this juncture. I'm talking to you as a politician. Suddenly I will move to administrative sphere, so you have to basically make out as to which sphere I'm talking about. We call it double engine government. So we have Prime Minister Modi there, and his party is also running the show here. So we have the state government and the central government run by the same party. We call it double engine government. Now things are comparatively easy for me in the second term. I just took over as the second term MP of this place. So things are definitely much easier for me now. It was not easy earlier. 19 to 24 was the first term. And that time we did not have the double engine government, one party here and one political party there. And I faced huge troubles. Even to operate, this is the capital of Orissa. And when the chief minister is sitting here, when the entire bureaucratic setup is very active here, right now, under the nose of the chief minister and other ministers have to operate. So if my government is there, I'm comfortable. If my government is not there, I'm not comfortable. Last 5 years, I think I faced tremendous problem in terms of sheer operation on the ground. I would be going to a particular place, and suddenly there would be road blockades. Suddenly there would be people protesting against me. People would be there not allowing me to that particular meeting. Things have happened like that. My car would be attacked. But I think, if you have the determination, if you have that firmness, and if you are on the right track, people understand you. People understand you, and that is why they voted for me for the second time. And I'm sure they'll vote me for the third time too. I'm going to come back again. So my dear friends, life has not been very easy, not at all. I'm extremely happy that all of you have come to taste India, if I can use that word, to discover India. And India is the place to be tested, to be discovered. Day before yesterday, I was in Tashkent. Yesterday, I have returned from Tashkent. Day before yesterday, I was in Tashkent. Yesterday, I returned to Delhi, and then today, I'm here with you. What am I trying to say is, India is a very different kind of country. It's a lot of vibration here you'll find, a lot of colors, a lot of diversity, a lot of oneness, and tremendous amount of peace in India, and at the same time too many challenges. Because you have 1.4 billion people, all with different kinds of thoughts, aspirations, ideas, feelings, beliefs, religions, caste, creed. Imagine, 1.4 billion people. And the same person, Prime Minister Modi, is running this country for the third term. Don't forget. It's not a small task. My city has 2 million people, city. But as far as my constituency is concerned, I have rural area and the urban area. Rural area of Bhubaneswar are completely different in terms of texture from the urban area. So I have 7 assembly segments, 7 members of legislative assembly, 4 in the rural area and 3 in the urban area. This is an urban area. So the texture is different, the demands are different, the aspirations of people are different. So here I have to operate. And politics is extremely interesting, very interesting, in the sense that everything boils down to your capability to manage people. Your emotional quotient should be very high, your IQ may be low. You don't need very high IQ, and if you have high IQ, you fail in electoral politics. You should not have very high IQ, but at the same time, if you ask me, the other day I was in Tashkent talking to my friends there, other MPs had also gone, and Honorable Speaker Mr. Om Birla was also there. So while during an informal conversation with them, they asked me, what are the 2 things needed to be a good politician or to be a good bureaucrat? I said 2 things, empathy and knowledge. Empathy is very important, especially in politics, and knowledge, of course. Knowledge sets you apart. We have to redefine politics in India. I'm not talking of other countries. In India, we need to redefine politics and politician. We need to have empathy, and that's why you go to a slum area, you go to the rural area, you sit with people, talk to them, try to understand, try to listen to them. You have to be an active listener, inculcate, imbibe, right? But at the same time, you need to have the knowledge to be able to communicate properly, and it should be a soul-to-soul connect. Believe me, in the name of God. In the morning when I get up, I turn to Lord Jagannath, the presiding deity of this place, of Orissa. He is my deity too. And I turn to him and ask him every day in the morning, oh Lord, please enable me to connect with not less than 500 people today on soul-to-soul basis, every day in the morning. And this number, this 500, will increase as I advance towards the election. During election time, I always pray, my God, I have to meet 5,000 people today on one day. And now it is 500. 500 becomes 550, 550 becomes 600, so that's how we move. But every day, and you have to really leave everybody with that feeling that I am with you, I am yours. That is called empathy. And you have to have the knowledge, because you need to work for development. You need to mitigate the grievances. You need to understand their problems. So my dear friends, I think empathy and understanding, empathy and knowledge, honestly, if you ask me, I try to cultivate every single day. And life is a constant process of learning, enrichment and purification. So every day I'm learning, every day. Every time I feel, I have a lot to learn, I don't know much. So if we have that kind of humility, then I think we grow better. So I think as far as politics is concerned, as I told you, I reiterate, we need a lot of empathy and knowledge. We need to redefine politics and politician. And at the same time, your agenda should be very clear. My agenda is development, my agenda is public grants redressal, and my agenda is public service. And at the same time, every day I tell myself that, I should connect my life with thousands of lives around me. Connection. I want to touch hundreds and thousands of lives, and that is what politics is all about. We have to positively touch the lives of people around me. And for that matter, I must tell you, those who aspire to join politics maybe 20 years after, this is a great platform to serve people. Great platform to serve people. And the only intention is to touch as many lives positively as possible, and you can impact lives. positively if you are a politician. Many people ask me, you would have been the Chief Secretary of the state, you would have been Secretary to Government of India. Had you been in the IAS? My husband is Secretary to Government of India, my batchmate. But I chose this. It's a question of choice. There are moments that, I'm talking to you as if I'm talking to my daughter. That's how I talk to her. There are moments when you have to talk to yourself and take decisions for yourself. You must read a book. If you have not read that book, Ikigai. I don't know how many of you have read. That's basically a book written in Japanese, but it has been translated in all languages. Ikigai means the purpose of life. And you friends, you are young, you must read Ikigai and talk to yourself and ask yourself as to what you want from life. This is extremely important. Where do you want your life to go? You just have one life. I'm so glad you all are here. I'm so glad you are on this trek, India trek. What a wonderful expression. India trek, to understand India, to discover India. And in the process, you are enriching yourself and you are discovering yourself too. It's not discovering India alone. You are discovering yourself too. And you are enriching yourself. By the time you go back to Oxford, I'm sure you will be a different kind of person. You may not know it, but you will be a different kind of person. Read Ikigai, have that purpose in life. Now, many people ask me, even now, so many years have gone by, 6 years gone, I have left administration. I'm here. I was in the most coveted job of the country. I was the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Rural Development in Government of India. I went there in 2013. Till then I was here, in the best of capacities. The state government gave me the best of positions here in India, in Bhubaneswar, in Odisha. I was the municipal commissioner of this city. So you see all the wall paintings, etc. We had started then. We did lot of lighting, lot of beautification of Bhubaneswar. We had given a slogan, progress through partnership. So we wanted all citizens to come forward and decorate and beautify the city, and we did at that point of time. So I think then I went to Delhi from 2013 to 18, and there was no reason why I should have left bureaucracy. Absolutely no reason. I got the best of posting in Delhi too. I was handling the largest anti-poverty program of the world with 66,000 crore as my budget per year, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, where we give 100 days employment to each willing person in villages. Huge impact. And I was handling that part. So there was no reason why I should crib. Nobody was against me. I was rising high in the ladder. I would have gone up and up and up. There was no looking down. And then suddenly on 2nd of August 2018, 4 p.m. when I was sitting with my 2 children, Archita was there of course, and my son and my husband, I said I want to quit. I was in Delhi and they were all aghast. They didn't know what happened to her. They thought there was some problem in the office. It was not that. I was feeling uncomfortable for the past 8 months. So it was basically a response to the cumulative discontentment which was brewing up. At one point of time you realize that you have given to the job what you wanted to give, and you have taken from the job you wanted to take. And you want to do much more. I wanted a bigger horizon. I wanted a bigger platform. I wanted to touch hundreds and thousands of lives. I was getting constricted in bureaucracy. I thought I would not be able to touch more than 100 lives or 200 lives. So why don't I get to a huge platform where I can positively touch hundreds and thousands of lives? And I just felt that, luxury, perfection of living caught on my nerves. I had no problem. I had too many cars. I have a very good husband. My children are very good, God's grace. And I had a huge house. And I had too many people to cater to my needs. There was no discontentment, no challenge. And I thought I need challenge, otherwise I can't survive. I want something minus. Everything can't be plus and plus and plus in life. If everything is plus, you get stunted. You get my point? I hope you understand what I mean. Maybe not now, but maybe 10 years after, you will realize. Talk to yourself always. The best friend that you have is yourself. Keep talking to yourself. Are you getting the best out of life? And everything is dynamic, nothing is fixated. So, after 24 years of very satisfying bureaucratic venture, I would say, on 2nd of August, I told my husband and my 2 kids that I wanted to quit, and they were aghast. And I quit. And I'm telling you today, after 6 years, I can say that I am very happy, very contented, and I got what I wanted. Because I'm connecting with everybody, all kinds of people. I was in a slum area. I'm in Trident Hilton now, right? 2 days back, I was in a posh hotel talking to the bigwigs of Uzbekistan. I have been asked today to go to Greece, Athens, right now. Why am I saying all this? Because since I'm in politics, I'm able to meet different kinds of people. Diversity is the beauty. Color is the beauty. Variations are the beauty. So I think this is what I'm getting from politics, and it's a great platform to serve people. But I'm able to serve, my dear friends. I'm telling you, I tell my daughter and son every time, I'm able to deliver as a politician because I have some knowledge and understanding of things. And I know that I can perform better than many of the politicians because I come from a very good background. Academically, I'm sound. So I'm able to appreciate things better. I hope you understand what I mean. It's very important to have a lot of knowledge. Even today, Archita knows it very well, even today, I never sleep if I have not read for about 1.5 hours any book that comes into my hand. Wherever I am, whatever I may be doing, but I must read. Reading is enrichment. Do read as much as you can. I'm talking to you as if I'm talking to my children. You are not students from Oxford coming here, You are too many Architas sitting here and there. So my dear children, enrich yourself as much as you can. And administration is different from politics. Very different. Demands are different. Emotional quotient is required, and their intelligence quotient is required in bureaucracy. Bureaucracy, you have to go up the ladder. You're always in a vertical mode. You get promotion if you do good work at the table. Now here you are nobody. When I came here to politics, I was a zero. So from zero you have to become Z or Z, whatever you may call it. We call it Z in India. So from 0, you go to 100. From A, you go to Z. That's how it is, and nobody knows you. You establish yourself by dint of your hard work, your honesty, your integrity, your empathy, your understanding, your determination, and your goodness overall. So that's how it is, and it's very exciting, but at the same time, I must tell you, if you want to go to politics, a lot of debate around student and politics. And a lot of children go astray. While reading, they just jump the ship and go and join politics. Never do that. Never do that. I came after 24 years of slogging at the table. And that's why I'm a different kind of politician. And that's why I'm saying that I'm going to win the 3rd time, and the 4th time, and the 5th time. So enrich yourself, read as much as you can. I can have certain questions, then we can move forward. Yes. And yes, the IPO part, just 1 second so that you can have some questions around that too. Bharatiya Janata Party, just I'll take 2 minutes and then I'll come to you. Let's have a structured conversation, that's better. Bharatiya Janata Party is the largest political party of the world. At one point of time, the Communist Party of China was the largest party. Now, this party is the largest party. We are a very organized party. I'm the spokesperson of the party at the national level. So anything which is happening in the country, I'm told to talk on the TV channels. So you have to be very calibrated in your approach. Don'ts are more important than do's when you speak on the channel. What not to say. What to say, everybody knows. Facts and figures and all that. What not to say is the question. So that also requires a lot of understanding and a lot of maturity, I can say. Now, number 2 part, of course, is the IPU. You must know. I was in Tashkent for IPU only. They have chosen me this time as the Vice President of the Executive Committee of the IPU. That's a big thing that has happened. And it is the International Parliamentary Union of 182 nations. So basically, all the parliaments of 182 nations come together. So the speakers of all the parliaments come together and they decide as to how we have major agenda items pursued together, like last year we were talking of peace and security. This time we are talking of gender equality. This year in 2025 we are also talking in the IPU regarding the parliamentary action on social development and justice. So I think we have some topics around which we move. The idea is to have peace and security at the global level. The idea is to have gender equality. The idea is to have respect for the differently abled. The idea is to have all the underdeveloped and developing countries come up so that they come slowly towards the developed nations category. So I think we all move together. We call Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. So this is the idea of IPU, and here I stop. And that's a great experience that I had. We had a long session at Tashkent. Again, in Greece we have. Again, in Geneva we have. So we keep deliberating on various issues pertaining to the global sphere. Now here I stop. Thank you.